For me, it's tremendous. It gives us a guideline. It gives us, if you will, goals to go after, and really a blueprint on what the direction of our fixed operations department should be or should be doing. If I go back, Russell, to when I first got introduced to Dynatron and the software, I was a young GSM with aspirations to be a GM and had the opportunity to get a little bit more involved in the fixed operations on the service side. And someone I struggled with getting certain data out of our DMS that I would hear these trigger words with, whether it be effective labor rate, whether it be declined op codes, and so on and so forth. So I was having a hard time understanding what those meant and to get the data to where I could really measure how our people are doing. And the software was able to help me early on with easy ability to get reports, to get the data out of our DMS, which allowed me to start having intelligent conversations with our service advisors, with our shop foreman, which led to express and main shop and so on and so forth. So we got into that, which made a huge impact on our store within the first 12 months. If I can recall back, and this is going some years back, but I believe it was $100,000 to $200,000 in that first year over a Hyundai store and a Subaru store at the time. And then as my career grew, I give more latitude to my managers. And a few years later, I recognized that our factory warranty rate on one of our stores was pretty low. And I remember reaching out to one of my buddies and said, "Man, what are you doing to get your warranty rate up?" And he says, "You dodo, I'm using the same product that you turned me on to many years ago." I said, "What's that?" He said, "Dynatron." And that just flipped my switch to get me back into y'all's system and reach out and anyhow get all the stores back on. And it was we were able then to take some managers been with us for a long time, a lot of experience on the fixed operations side. And again, their light bulb went off too, is, "Boss, you're right. We haven't done a good job doing this. And we don't have it on a calendar to, one is to work towards improving our rates through our service department. And y'all help us with the dollars, but it's up to me and my team to make sure we're delivering the level of experience that our customer needs, if they're going to be paying a good door rate." So the product and the system has allowed us to grow all of our fixed operations into a way that's making tremendous impact with the structure, with the technicians, as well as the advisors and the service managers seeing the fruit of their labor via on the price. Once we sign back on, you're probably familiar. First thing you tell us is, "Hey, we'll do this for 90 days, 6 months, or whatever. We got to get your team out and y'all do a workshop and you'll get to know the program better," or what have you. And as soon as we got back in and my brain started working and recapturing some of those times, I reached out to y'all's coordinator to get you to come into town for us and do a workshop with all of our stores, even the stores that was not on Dynatron. For us, it allowed the people that think this each and every day to share the ideas, and some people to share their success through Dynatron. And it made others ask questions. Well, how did that happen? How does that work? So the workshop to me was able to break down some of the ways that we've always done it, and for some of our team to look at it a little bit different. And some of the younger fixed operations managers or service managers, parts managers, they were able to understand some of the how do we move the needle a little bit on effective labor rate?
Right.
How do we, what are other people doing when it comes to alignments? What are we charging? How does that work? Who's doing this mystery shopping? And as you know, a lot of great conversation come out of that. I think of me, right, as far as being a, executive GM, owner, partner, whatever title you want to give me. So often we get to these higher levels that we're focused on the overall store. I get to spend that time with our people. With it, they can understand that my appreciation for what they do and my desire to help them with the tools they need so they can win. And what I found with the fixed team, right, it goes back to me, the gridiron. I'm a football guy. We can dig deep. We can have a lot of trust amongst the team that we're not there to can nobody. We're just there to improve everybody. I was very ambitious on the fact that, why are we here? Let's get to level two. And then we were able to get that scheduled, and level two was as good or better.